looking. As you know, all of us went to Swalkochi, and we did a analysis of the weaving community there. And following that, we came, you must be familiar with our process. And following that, we identified a few problems that we like to work with. One of them was the process of not just weaving but the entire back process as well. The production process is a very time consuming process, so and all of this includes not just the warping, the denting, the wetting, everything, but also the jacquard system itself, the punch card process and the creation of the punch cards. All this is a very time consuming process, and and next, causes a lot of wastage in the punch cards, and yeah, and it has a very limited life. So the punch cards often have to be replaced after maybe 4 or 5 uses, which it generates a lot of waste. And a lot of them would have liked to adopt new technologies, but they lacked the funding. They didn't have enough money to start up their own to use advanced technology. And a lot of them, due to the lack of unskilled labor, a lot of the looms in the entrepreneurs that we went to had looms which are empty, and the jacquard systems and the looms were unoccupied, and hence almost wasted. And the power supply in these areas was very erratic. Hence, then they used to work without any electricity. So they used to, work in the dark. They would work in the heat, etc. So we conceptualized something in which we have a e-jacquard company which provides e-jacquards and renewable energy supplies on rent to the entrepreneur. Okay, so this is how he would go about it. So there's there's an e-jacquard company who is in collaboration with a solar panel company, and this company rents these solar panels and pays them per unit of energy used, and the entrepreneur then rents these jacquards from the e-jacquard company and pays for them per period use. And as an additional support, the solar company, they rent this through the jacquard company and pay the jacquard company the solar panels on per monthly basis. So now these are also some of the additional services that have been provided with this. Is that the solar panel company? Sorry. Okay. It's okay. Go back. Yeah. So along with just providing the e-jacquard, he's also being provided by with additional supports from the e-jacquard company itself, which is transportation of the e-jacquards, installation of the jacquards, the initial demonstration and tutorials on how to use the jacquards and how to code them, and maintenance and repair of the jacquards. And also a service that they can avail if required is to hire, like the jacquard company has a team which can send in people to the entrepreneur as and when required for the recoding of the system to adapt to adapt new designs. And no, go back, the solar panel.
Keys.
Okay.
Yeah. नहीं जा रहा क्या? No, थोड़ा आगे चलो गया. Just escape and to this, yeah. Okay, but थोड़ा बड़ा तो करना पड़ेगा.
You operate
Play.
so that you know when to go.
Okay. Okay, but go back here. Sorry, guys. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And along the solar panel company will also be providing installation of solar panels, maintenance and repair of the solar panels, and another additional service which includes the lighting solutions for the infrastructure of the like the factory setup, which is in case they require, and once they're provided with the lighting solutions, they will be providing free servicing and maintenance. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is a systems map that we did, which includes the Jacquard company, the entrepreneur, the weaver, the solar panel company, the maintenance and repair team, and the tutorial. So here, as you can see, there is flow, different colors depicting the different kinds of flow that we have. And do you want me to explain this? Should I say? Okay. So there is a certain there's a finance flow from the Jacquard company to the solar panel company, and from the entrepreneur who's paying the e-Jacquard company for his services, and the entrepreneur paying the weavers the salary. The e-Jacquard company providing the salary to the maintenance and repair team as well as the tutorial team. And yeah, that's it. Now material flow, there'll be material flowing from the solar panel company to the e-Jacquard so that they can provide it to the entrepreneur. And there's providing of material from the entrepreneur to the weaver and back, which is the finished goods. And yeah, then there's labor flow, which is where the solar panel company sends its labor to fix up the solar panels and the systems from the e-Jacquard company to the entrepreneur. Oh, okay. नहीं, हमने खत्म नहीं किया. Okay, it's okay. Yeah, to the company. Then there's the labor, which is from the maintenance and repair team to the entrepreneur, the tutorial team to the entrepreneur, and the weaver to the entrepreneur. And the knowledge flow, which is the tutorial team giving its knowledge to the weavers, and the entrepreneur training the weaver. Okay, so here we have an example. The next is an example of how this would work. So this is the village of Sarkochi. And this is Mr. Das. He's a small entrepreneur in the handloom industry. He has a small factory set up in his house with 9 handlooms, and which has poor lighting, which has old systems, and he has most of them are unoccupied, and yeah. So he struggles with the lack of labor, improper power supply, and poor lighting conditions in his workspace. He then meets a local visionary called Mr. Nihal, who informs him about the company that provides electronic jacquards on rent with additional services and benefits. Here he approaches the e-Jacquard company, and which is run by Mr. Mukesh, and avails this offer. So these e-Jacquards are then installed on the looms that are occupied by the weavers, for which he pays on a monthly basis to the company. Mr. Mukesh also provides him with the service of solar panels, for which Mr. Das pays per month. Then he's also providing additional service of the installation, repair, and maintenance whenever required of the looms and the jacquard systems. The company gives an additional service of giving demonstrations and tutorials for the weavers to understand the machine and create new designs. So, as in electronic, there's a coding required. So, as and when the weavers required, the team will come in and provide this service, which is a paid service. But at the beginning of installation, they are provided with a service of installation, and like a demonstration is given. Any repair and maintenance required for the solar panels is also borne by the company. If the entrepreneur requires lighting solutions, the company provides them with added services of repair and maintenance. So when if the workspace has less lighting and the entrepreneur feels that he needs to change it, he can request the company to provide them with lighting solutions, for which he will pay, and henceforth all the services and maintenances will be borne by the company itself. And here is Mr. Das, a satisfied entrepreneur with his sustainable work environment. Through this, we identified a few benefits. So environmental benefits would be the use of renewable energy resource, less wastage of material. Social ethical benefits would be the workers will be working better in better lighting, hence better working conditions, and they'll be involving and keeping them up to date with new technology. And economic benefits. Oh, sorry. Okay. No need for initial investments, so he doesn't have to buy these e-Jakards, he can just rent them. Then, since it will be quicker and a faster process, it'll be better efficiency, hence the output would be better. And there's going to be transportation, which is also provided by the company, so the solar panels, everything will be provided by them.
So the main problem in Swartkushi is that the culture is fading. And the culture of making new garments or silk is fading with the present time. So we have just shown a little concept of introducing new jacquard systems, the new looms. But for this to work, all the actors like the weaver, the entrepreneur, they have to work together. They have to have a better sense of working with the people. Now, the another problem is that the entrepreneur is not showing designs to the current public, like the new designs in fear of being stolen or something like that. But this type of thinking have to be changed. So, for the better working of the people, this type of thinking have to be evolved with the present time. So, for all the system to work around, the people of the community, the actors, and all the people, they have to work in collaboration of each other to provide a better solution to this current problem. Thank you.
Questions?
Yes.
No,
you.
Sorry, you said that there was payment for the jacquard.
Yeah.
What payment was it? Model pay per month or?
Paper month, yeah.
And then for the solar panel also pay per month.
They pay the jacquard company pay per month, but the jacquard company pays the solar panel per unit.
So it's for the entrepreneur, it is the same package. They were just one package for the package and.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe separate.
So an interesting thing that I see here is unlike the theory that we have taught you, wherein we've given examples of probably just one case, like for we were simple giving the car in pay-per-use model, right? Here you have integrated 2 or 3 SPSS types in a single package solution. That is an interesting idea. Probably something that could be looked forward, and of course it will be beneficial in such a scenario. Yeah.
One thing, like regarding the power problem.
Yes.
Where is the problem actually?
In Swartkochi.
Like if you see the power scenario,
Yeah.
one is the generation, power generation, one is the distribution. The problem is in the distribution.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So going for renewable is good enough, but I think one input you require
Yeah.
that you set up a independent microgrid.
Okay.
Because right now this whole system is around the grid. Grid has some problems, no supply.
Yeah.
So the problem was in the distribution of
Yeah.
the power supply. Right?
Correct.
So you set your own grid somewhere close to like this whole ecosystem of problems.
Yeah.
And make it independent. Go independent.
Yeah.
Take this also as
Yeah.
well. Keep your backup, and then it becomes like self-dependent.
Yeah.
And that is where comes self-sustainability in power sourcing
Yeah.
as well.
This was actually one of the ideas we also had, but along the way it just kind of dispersed because we were moving away from the jacquard provision. So then we thought because it would be a different system also, which another thing, another set of stakeholders, another thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to mention it properly.
Yeah.
Like how you are gonna get dependent because
Yeah.
our generation system has a whole
Yeah.
its own system.
Yeah.
The suggestion is, I don't know whether you were there for the Bangalore workshop. Were you there last year?
No.
You're right.
No.
You had an excellent presentation. You can also look at it on your site. One Mr. Hiremat. He's very accessible in Bangalore. get to the finer nitty-gritties of this, so that in terms of a business proposition, you should actually really work out costs. Solar panel cost कितना होगा, जगह
Yeah.
cost कितना होगा, cost and benefit analysis का. If you really stretch it a little further, you have a solid business proposition which you can actually
Okay.
sort of make a case for.
Okay.
And in the process, perhaps you'll also understand
Yeah.
कि translating from a conceptual framework, which is a conceptual framework,
Yeah.
you get into the nuts and bolts of it.
Yeah.
You really get out in terms of financial commitment, what is important in that. And you must maybe ask Naveen, or I think you should call him once to stage. And in this presentation, he'll tell you so many details. He's an expert. Such a wonderful innovator and so forthcoming, giving and sharing. So I'll ask Ranjani to do that for you. But make this presentation,
Yeah.
push it further.
In fact, Mr. Hirimat had just called me 2 days ago, and I might pass it on to the other colleges also, that if you want to do internships with his company, which is called Flexitron, he actually called us to say that we might need some designers. So to all of you, just go check out Flexitron. It's based in Bangalore. They have offices in China and Denmark or something. No? Denmark.
Somebody out there.
Yeah, so please check it out. Like Ravi sir was saying, it's a great place. And he does a lot of base of pyramid.
We've done a number of projects already. And even for you to just know, yeah, Charkha se leke is got a solar link
Oh.
operation of the Charkha. Then the rural areas may mobile charging ke liye through solar energy and things like that.
His hearing aid is my favorite.
Huh? Yeah.
The hearing aid
Yes,
battery
yes.
charging.
Battery charger for hearing aids. So really breakthrough ideas have come from his lab. He says, I've earned my pots of gold now, I just want to give back. So he's very generous in sharing with young people.
And it's all open source, like all
Yeah.
these events, anyone can pick it up.
Wow.
So really take this idea further.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.